coming from the West, Tommy D. Hitting on the break, East Coast, West Coast.
You call yourself the best boxer with 5 losses, and I think that's incredible. You know what I mean? I never heard that before. Is that something you wrote yourself?
Yeah, man. 'Cause that's how I feel, man. 'Cause people look at the record, man, and they let the record fool them. But anybody that looks at my winning streak and see the way I've been dominating guys are blown away by it, because they're like, yo, how the heck this guy just switch up? Like, his game, his style of fighting, he's stronger, he's faster. And that's just hard work. And that doesn't happen with anybody. That's it takes believing in yourself. You have to have confidence. You can't quit. A lot of guys, when they suffer defeat, they get the opponent mentality. That never happened to me. I knew that I had a lot to learn, and Billy being so knowledgeable with boxing, Billy would always, encourage me and was always on top of me and helping me work on my flaws and things like that, man. So I always took heed of that, and I always paid attention, and I always worked on my craft. And then being around Bernard Hopkins, a man who lost his pro debut and then lost early in his career to Roy Jones, but then now the man's a legend, future Hall of Famer. So, I feel like I'm a complete different fighter, man. I feel like my career started all over, and I feel like right now, like, nobody could beat me. That's just the mentality I have right now.
Yeah, you're right. No doubt about it. Bernard Hopkins is the truth.
Yeah. And I did 5 training camps with Bernard Hopkins. So I learned a whole bunch from this man, having a trainer that's old school, and then having a mentor in Bernard Hopkins who comes from the old school background as well, and him teaching me so much, the craft and things like that, man. It's things that I do. I do a lot of things in the ring that I set up, because it's chess. And a lot of people don't realize that, because, old school boxing is a lost art. You know what I mean? When I stopped Charles Whitaker in the last round, that didn't happen for no reason. Billy saw that if I doubled the hook, the right hand was available. And if you see the 10th round, that was probably the only time in the fight where I doubled the left hook. I never doubled the hook in that whole fight. And Billy saw something, and Billy was like, "God, if you double the left hook, the right hand's there." And I walked him down to the road with the double left hook, and there was the right hand. So that's little things that, that's just craft right there. That's just being smart. That's chess. And, we're getting better and better at it, man. I think being busy is a benefit as well.
I don't think he gets enough credit, though. I mean, it was inevitable. You're the younger, stronger man. You were supposed to win that fight. You did win that fight, but then the average fan's gonna say, "But who did he beat?" Well, think about how long he's been winning fights, and think about, I mean, he was just a great guy. Did you hear him after the fight? He gave you all the praise in the world.
Yeah. And the man, you gotta understand, the man, he's been on a winning streak for 9 years, and he's an old crafty vet. And the hardest guys to stop are crafty vets that know what to do to survive and know how to last in the ring. Those are the hardest guys to take out, because they're not going to give you anything. You really have to work for it. I could have easily boxed the last couple of rounds and won a decision, but I'm not satisfied with that. I knew that I had to make a statement, and I had to stop this guy. And at the end of the day, if you want the fans to recognize you, and you want to do big things in the sport, you have to win impressively, And I wanted to give the fans a win, what they could talk about, So I had to get the stoppage. I wasn't satisfied with just a decision.
No doubt. You've actually been, heard before saying that you like to take the most chances out of boxers these days. You like to brawl. It's obviously a sport of getting hit, of hitting and not getting hit, but you like to take those chances just to make the crowd happy.
Exactly. And and the thing is that the type of pressure that I put is not reckless pressure. Because, guys that get hit are guys that put reckless pressure and are coming in with their heads on a straight line. And, when I'm coming in, I'm moving my head, I'm popping and leaving, I'm dipping, I'm countering. So I'm doing it's called boxing. It's boxing, but it's pressure, So I'm doing things to create shots and not get hit, because I don't want to get hit, you know. So that's the way, that's the what me and Billy been working on, man, and it's coming along real good.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think people have you wrong a lot of times. They, you know what? I first seen you, it was Friday Night Fights. You lost to Fernando Guerrero. Now, I just talked to Fernando Guerrero. He had nothing but good things to say about you, to be honest, you know. He was like, yeah, you know, he only had like about 10 matches by the time I fought him, you know. If you look at him now, he's a different fighter. I was like, wow, that's a cool guy.
The thing that a lot of people don't know about that fight with Guerrero was Guerrero came in as a middleweight, and I came in as a junior middleweight because he didn't meet the weight. You know, he came in like 5 pounds over, and they tried to give us a bunch of BS in Maryland in his hometown that the scales were off and the scales were broke. So I was like, so y'all try to tell me I weigh 150? You know what I mean? I know I don't weigh 150. So it was a lot of controversy going into that fight, and you know, at that time, man, I was just coming up. You know, my daughter was about to be on the way. I needed the money, so I just, you know, I took it to the chin, and you know, I did what I could. But you know, you live and you learn. It's not nothing I regret. But you know, I ain't got nothing but respect for Guerrero. You know, even though he did come overweight, and that was never put out there. But you know, I had brother Nazim Jefferson was in my corner, and Billy Briscoe. You know, they're my witness that, you know, he did come 5 pounds over, but you know, that's history, man.
DJ, are you done mixing yet?
Your DJ has only just begun.